Hello everyone, and we are back in the long dark today for the second part of this particular series. I'm ever hopeful that I'm going to be a little bit more together with this particular video. I feel like last time was very chaotic, but we've got a little bit of just seeing what we can find in the Orca gas station in Milton. And then we're going to start the journey towards Mystery Lake, where hopefully we can kind of be a little bit more together at that point, because then we'll be where we're going to have our base at least for a while. It's possible I might move it again, but camp office or trappers is always a good base location. Oh, there's a perfectly good lamp. So we're just going to kind of pick up a few odds and ends. We're going to come back to Milton at a later date and kind of do a better job picking up things. Right now it's a little bit more hunt and peck. I guess I just kind of want to get to Mystery Lake and just kind of know where I stand with everything. I mean, we have plenty of food and whatnot, so we actually could just go ahead and start making our way there. I mean, we might have a potential of, the weather is fine. It's still a little foggy from last time. I mean, there shouldn't be anything in our way. I mean, unless there is a wolf, but there really shouldn't be. I mean, I see a rub on that tree there. So this is going to be where the moose is. Unless that rub is always there, but we'll kind of keep an eye. I'm going to kind of go this way anyway. And make sure that, I'm not seeing things. Yeah, there's another one. So yeah, the moose is going to be here. And the reason I'm being super cautious with that is I don't really want to get injured by said moose. Because I feel like it's over there where those icicles are hanging sometimes. But it's one of those moose that don't seem to spawn often. But I never want to let my guard down. Let's see, we're in the building. I can kind of look from here now. I don't want to let my guard down about it because moose leave broken ribs as an affliction. And that takes a very long time to heal. And we won't be able to climb or anything like that until they're healed, so we would be actually efficiently stuck. So there's scrawled message. I always forget there's a cash box by where the bear is. Okay, either way, we'll be hitting that later. Don't really need to take... Let's see what this guy's got on him. Piece of charcoal and a soda. Okay. Like I said, we're going to do a better job going through everything when we come back. When we're better prepared. I am so paranoid about the moose. I'm really looking just in case. Got a nice selection of ptarmigans there, but I don't want to carry anything that has a chance of attracting something I don't want to deal with right now. Not until we're better prepared. Yeah, I know the moose isn't there, and I'm still paranoid. Paranoia is the name of the game with this with me. Where? Okay, the corpse is in there, so I was just expecting it in a different spot for some reason. I don't know why. I physically saw it. And another hatchet. Oops, chilling out here. Grab that. And a can of soda. Gotta love how they're usable and they don't just freeze solid and explode. That's just something we don't need to deal with. This game can be problematic enough without that. So yeah, we're gonna start making our way down. I think I've heard it's actually possible to goat your way down this particular thing, but I just use the rope because I don't trust that. I know how to do it for the other side, but I've never managed to make it with the other one, with this one. But maybe someday I'll figure out how to do that consistently without injuring myself. Sometimes there is a wolf around here, but I don't hear anything. Oh, the fog's lifted, so it's nice and clear now. Doesn't look like there's anything around here at the moment, unless there's going to be one around the corner and then it'll surprise attack and give some entertainment for everyone. Really hoping to avoid getting mauled for a while, though, if I can help it. I want to be better prepared, which if we get to Mystery Lake and kind of go through that a little bit finer, we'll be in good shape. I mean, we'll have to come back here and really look over this a lot better. But, you know, that's the beauty of a game that's designed like this. We can do whatever we want, when we want. We got another distressor. That's the third one. We are well set with distress pistols. I think no, I'll just carry that with me. Who cares? Gonna leave the wood. So yeah, I'm just kind of half-heartedly going through this until we can kind of come back and be more serious about it. I know there's this corpse up here. I'd like to take just a second and see if there's anything of use and pick up the feathers around it, hopefully, because I didn't think to do that on the outside of the building when we were looking at the other one. Another hatchet. Wow, we are getting loads of hatchets and distress pistols. Okay. So, we should have, we have half energy. That should be enough to get up this rope without too many difficulties. Because all we have to do is walk through the cave and we can rest at Trappers. I'm not worried about that. We'll be hopefully a little more together after that point. It's just kind of difficult for me because I have to actually voice what I'm planning on doing. And sometimes it can be a little bit chaotic when I'm trying to figure things out, and we haven't even gotten to anywhere that actually would result in chaos. Once we're trying to plan out our trip to the summit of Timberwolf Mountain or going to the gold mine in Ash Canyon, that's where things are actually tricky. This is a walk in the park compared to those areas, which by then we should have a little bit more in the better gear department, which we're not doing too bad because thankfully that prepper cache had a lot of good stuff in it. So we're further ahead than we normally would have been. So I'm not really complaining about that too much. I just like to have a few more hide-based clothing made because it's just good to have it. Particularly, stuff made out of wolf hide or bear hide gives you a little bit of a chance of actually scaring a wolf off when it kind of registers you're there. These waterfalls are really loud. And we'll come back through and pick up these cattails at a later date as well. We just don't need them at the moment, so it's okay to leave them. I mean, at least thus far we've had very good weather. Okay, there, I don't feel like I have to try to talk over the waterfall now. And while this cave is actually designed to be a little brighter, I will just turn a lantern on anyway, just so we can really see. I'm not too fussed about using lamp oil up because we can get more. Oh, free rabbit. Okay, cool.
This will come in handy.
Another rifle cartridge. It's going to be handy for later. Pick up all the coal we see. Book. Okay, and we're at Mystery Lake. Because it's very, very still. Okay, I want to check that out in a little bit, but actually, I guess we could just hang on a second. Just drop that there for the moment. I mean, we should be pretty good. There should only be one wolf over there and probably one that way, but I don't really want to encourage him at the moment. Another hatchet. Hatchetapalooza, I guess. So yeah, we'll go back and we'll pick this up really, really quickly. Even though I don't think I even had to be that cautious, I was anyway. Which, you know, it doesn't hurt to be cautious. Oh, and there is a rifle sitting right there. I can't tell you the last time I even had that happen. Okay, we got the mag lens. We'll just go ahead and open this up real quick. And we'll spend the night in here, and provided the weather is good for traveling tomorrow, we will make our way to camp office to start setting up our base. Or, have everything at whatever it's going to be our central location. And we'll probably end up looting a little bit more of this map than... Oh, got a whole arrow. Wow. That's a really good find. So yeah, we'll probably end up really kind of thoroughly going over this map, or pretty close. Just because there's a lot of good stuff that can be found here. And it'll get us set up, and we'll be able to go back to Mountain Town then, or Milton, and get what we hadn't taken the time to get before. And we'll be better prepared.
Perfect.
Really surprised to actually get a hunting rifle like that. I mean, I think to my knowledge, there's always one on the lower difficulties in Broken Railroad, but it doesn't ever seem to be that common here. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, we were going to be able to get a rifle anyway. I think it's Vaughn's rifle is the guaranteed spawn, either here or in the Winding River Pass, or whatever it's called, in between here and Pleasant Valley. So we would have been able to get one regardless, but now we have two. We'll end up having two. So we'll be able to sort that out. Which we're carrying way too much, and way more than we should be anyway, but I will get those numbers down to a more realistic level here soon. I still need to find a knife. But get those curing. Kind of looks a little purple, like it's thinking about doing an aurora. Kind of curious. I have to go look. I shouldn't, but I should worry about sleeping at the moment, but I'm curious. Because usually you can hear it a little bit in advance. Which I think we're just going to go ahead and we're going to drop this little bit of rabbit meat. I don't know if we're going to bother cooking anything here. Get distracted how pretty the snow is coming off stuff. Okay. We're supposed to be surviving, not gawking. Okay. So let's just go ahead and... Since we're going to be sleeping, we can get like 10 hours in. We might as well just eat some of this sketchier food, because if we get food poisoning, it'll be fine. We can sleep it off. And we'll have a soda just because we can. That'll get us up to 100% of our food. Have a little more water. Okay, then we're gonna sleep for... And let's sleep for 9 hours just to kind of make sure we don't get thirsty. Just get through this other can of dog food, because might as well eat the gross stuff first. Sounds like the wind has picked up. I wonder if it's a blizzard. As long as it clears out by morning so we can kind of continue on our journey, I don't really mind. Which we've got some clothes we can kind of sort through if we have to kind of use up our time that way. But I'd like to be able to carry on. Okay, I'm going to set these up here so I can see them later. That way I don't forget they're here. Let's see, did I pick up everything of remote use? We'll probably come back at some point in our little journey and kind of stock this up a little bit and have it as an extra sort of. As I say that, I'm just going to go ahead and put a bottle of antiseptic in there. Let's just eat a little bit. Probably don't need to, but I like to keep my meters full. Oh, and it is blizzarding. Okay, we are not traveling in that. Not with... I mean, we could. It's actually, this map is designed, we could do it. It's actually really easy to blizzard walk. But I don't feel that my clothes are adequate enough to do it without getting some big problems. Although at the same time, I don't know if I want to wait around. You know, I think we're gonna be reckless. And, you know, if you're watching and you're going, oh, don't do that. And then, you know, if I die, you can tell me I told you so. Oh, and now just as we get there, the blizzard. Okay, anyway. I didn't really want to have to try to talk over it because it seems really loud to me. But yeah, okay, we did it. We actually didn't, nothing froze, so that's not bad. Which, I mean, you can get away with a lot. I mean, this is Voyageur, so the weather isn't quite as brutal as it would be like Interloper. That would be really a challenging thing to do. Not that saying people don't. I mean, people do it. People will risk it and do just fine. But it's easier to do on a lower difficulty level. But hey, we made it to the camp office, so let's kind of just take stock of, oh, there's another, that's 2 Maglins as we've gotten on this. That's pretty good. Usually there's just 1. I always question when the game is being so kind what's gonna not work out so well later. But either way, I mean, we're doing good. Just kind of, I don't know why I'm putting these cans up here. I really don't need them. So it's like getting them somewhere out of the way. It's kind of a shame they've yet to come up with something that lets you melt down the cans and turn them into something else. Even a nice sculpture, you know, little aluminum sculpture. But in time we'll get this all pretty and done up. Just kind of seeing what all we've got around here. Got a hook, some lines, we can go fishing. Which we really don't have to rush to because we have quite a bit in food. But you know, we'll check everything out. Getting quite a few books. I've actually lost track of how many bedrolls we have found now. A large number. Okay, I think that is... I just like to do that, it makes things look a little tidier. I think that's pretty much all the loot we're gonna find here at the moment. Which is quite a bit. Got a lot of things to pick up and move around. But we don't have to rush to that. We're gonna try to at least get things in piles at the moment. And hopefully have that be just a little bit cleaner. That's the idea at any rate. Sorry for the slight pause there. I was trying to look at something. Shouldn't multitask while I'm playing this. So yeah, all in all, let's see, what do we have in, can just put one of those in there, one of those. Don't need to carry 2 stems or that. Kind of just take a second and do a little bit of tidying up on a few things. Which really, we're going to keep that. And we'll put these antibiotics in there. So we have a little medicine chest going there. Which I may just go ahead and put the rest of the antiseptic except one right there for the moment. We'll put it on that shelf later. And then we'll kind of put a few things in piles, which let's just kind of glance what we have in clothes. And later we can tear apart what we need to. Actually, that is better than we had. Okay. We'll do a much better sort on this at a later date. It's just kind of a quick cleaning up because we're carrying so much anyway. And as you see, I'm carrying, yeah, it's just too much. So we'll go ahead and we'll drop the cloth and the extra leather there. And we'll get better storage system going later. Yes, so many bedrolls. Okay, we only need one. Only need one can opener. One distress pistol is enough. We don't need any of this film right now because we don't have the camera. And that's in Sundered Pass, and that's going to be quite a journey. Don't need all of these. We'll drop most of them. Flashlights aren't needed. Drop the jerry cans. Actually carrying a lot of cans too. Yeah, we are like really stocked up already. Let's see, that one's got less fuel in it. Okay, just a second, we'll go over here and don't need that. That can go there, and let's drop these three. We'll keep one. Oops, I did not mean to drop that. Just keep one pot on us at the moment, just in case we need it. And we'll just kind of put the majority of this stuff down for the moment. Just keep one of the MREs on us, because I mean, that would actually do really, really well. Keep that. Drop all of this. And we'll drop quite a bit of water. That's starting to get us in a little bit better position. I mean, we're still carrying way more than we should be able to, but when we have loads of wood, let's make a pile of all that. I'm going to keep one book on me and one accelerant. And I don't need... Yeah, we're just going to make a giant pile of this stuff and we'll sort it out better. Maybe once we get the woodworking tools and can make some furniture. But we really don't even need these books at the moment because we're not going to be doing any reading. And we'll put matches in here. Just need to have the one box at the moment, that's plenty. And we'll put this stuff in here. There, that's much better. It's a little less overzealous or overdone, whatever I want to say. Okay, so we're still got plenty of daylight left, so let's see. We did not load this, so let's just take a second and put the few bullets we have for it in here. Not planning on using it, but the option's there because we do have a very damaged survival bow and a single arrow. Oh, and we've got the moose. Actually, he's right there. Marvin the moose is right out our front door. That is awesome. We're not going to try to tangle with him at the moment, but when we need to get a moose, he's right there. It's kind of worth doing the blizzard walks. We didn't have to worry about that or anything else. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I mean, you should go to the dam and kind of give that a thorough looting, but I think since the weather is good, we're just going to hop around the lake and see what we can get in the cabins and these little ice fishing huts. And if we, I mean, we're kind of halfway on energy because we ran a lot getting through that blizzard. There's another prepper bunker that way, but we have to climb a rope to get to it, so actually it's not, yeah, either anyway, it's, we still have to climb a rope. Just glancing to see if there was a wolf over there. I don't like surprises. Sometimes when they don't spawn, that's worse than actually having them spawn, because you just spend the whole time anticipating it. Another can. Oh. We are getting some super good loot that we kind of wondering, because sometimes there's a bear that ends up over that way. It's very windy. Yeah, right there's the rope. But I think we're just gonna wait on that. We're gonna get all this other stuff looted first. Okay, there's the wolf I was looking for. It's good to know where he is. He can stay over there and we'll be over here. Sometimes there's a backpack. I can never remember if it's this set of cabins. I think it's the next set that has the backpack. Can never remember, and I always check anyway. Let's see, I don't need that out at the moment. At least we have a single arrow. It's not much to work with, but I know there's, when we picked up a broken one, And there should be 2 more broken ones in the dam, so that if we get them repaired, that would give us 4 arrows, and that doesn't even count we could do with forging. So really, this is a super good start. It's definitely... It's probably too easy. But this was kind of meant to be a little bit more relaxing. It wasn't supposed to be a chaotic sort of run. And, you know, we're not even into places where there's a lot more problems. Or timbers. Or a healthy bear population. Because at the moment there is usually 2 bears on this map, but sometimes there's only 1. For whatever reason, since the wildlife refresh, one of the caves isn't used anymore. And if it kind of registers as that one, you don't get the bear even though it should be there. Which that could be something that they didn't intend and they need to fix it. But who knows? Sometimes it's the roll of the dice. So very, very windy. Let's just see what direction they were traveling. Okay, we're gonna take this with us because there isn't one in camp office, so we'll need one at some point if we want to do a little bit of displaying. Let's see, we've got a few more to look at or look through and hopefully do the fishing huts as well. Just kind of just be real calm about it. Did we already check this one? I'm overthinking it now. Yeah, we did. Our footprints are there. I don't know why I was thinking all of a sudden we didn't. You just stop thinking so many paces ahead. kind of would like to avoid this wolf, but at the rate I go, I'm probably going to walk right into him. I mean, if this was Stalker, he would have registered us by now. But okay, we got away with that. Now I just have to watch in case the bear is here, because I've noticed the bear can be a little glitchy if it's here, because you won't see it at a distance and all of a sudden it's there. Which, I mean, we do have a rifle. We only have 3 shots, but we have a rifle. So if we had to, we can defend ourselves against a bear. I just would rather not. Got another memento key, which is in the hydro dam, so we'll be able to pick up that when we go to said dam. Oh wow, we got another expedition parka. So much good loot. We are just getting so much. This is really spoiling for some reason. I mean, I really should have started on a little bit more difficult map, because this is kind of set up really easy, but I mean, I guess I did call it a cozy series. I mean, it's cozy for a survival game. And I have no doubt at some point there will be mistakes made, and I mean, we haven't had any wildlife encounters at the moment. I could have sworn the door was on that one over there. Okay, at the moment I don't see. I have to go over here just for my own curiosity to make sure that the bear isn't gonna spawn here. This is just so I know. Yeah, there's no bones. It's not gonna spawn here, which is fine. Don't really need to pick up the charcoal. We're not going to do mapping quite yet. We will do mapping. Mapping is a small little goal to have everything mapped. But we just don't have what I consider, we're just not protected enough against wildlife to do it justice at the moment. We can just pop in here without any issues. I just can't see what way he is pointing. We're traveling at the moment, so it's kind of a little nerve-wracking. I actually would have preferred just... let's see. Can't see. Okay, yeah, he's all the way over there. We're fine. I'm being paranoid. I am definitely that sort of person that would much rather just completely take things out than have to deal with them at a later date. I can't remember if I looted this already. I feel like I did, because I was like, yeah, the rope is there, but now I can't remember. So we're just gonna pop in here anyway. Yeah, I already did. So yeah, all that has been done. We still need to see if the prepper cache here has anything in it or not, but energy level's just too low to climb the rope without issues. We can kind of... It's okay to use up a little extra energy because we've done the major things at the moment. Got more to loot. But nothing we have to do right this second. Just kind of... add a few... Just set that over here for the moment. We won't need that right away. Yeah, I forgot we had gotten another parka. Need to repair it, but having two when we didn't have to even go to the summit is pretty nice. Okay, that gets things at least in a pretty good position. I mean, we still have time. We could go to the dam, but I actually think we're gonna wait because I'd like to rest up and go to the prepper cache next, just to have that checked off the list. So I think we may just say this is a really good stop point at the moment and pick this up later and, you know, continue on and see where we end up with all this. So that being said, I thank you all for joining me in the second part of this, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one, where we more than likely see what's in the hydro dam. until next time, bye bye.